just finished helping a homeowner undo a $60,000 renovation mistake. They spent more money fixing what they already upgraded than they would have spent doing it right the first time. You want to know what went wrong? I'm Blake, built by Becker. And after years of construction, I've seen the same home upgrade regrets happen over and over again in 2025. Most of these mistakes could have been avoided with, well, just watching this video. Today, I'm breaking down 9 home upgrades that people regret most this year, why they backfire, and what to do instead. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which trendy upgrades to avoid and which investments actually pay off long term. So hit that like and subscribe. Grab the free gift by clicking the link in the description. Let's start with the regret I'm seeing most often this year, and it's all over social media right now. Look at this TikTok post. Beautiful, and it's everywhere right now on TikTok. Everyone is obsessing over this La Crenoe Chateau range. We have just installed one on one of our projects. These gorgeous European style ranges look absolutely stunning in perfectly curated kitchen videos. But here's what those TikToks don't tell you about the real cost. A La Crenoe Chateau range, you're looking at 100 G's for a fully customized model. Each range is handcrafted in France with over 8,000 custom configurations, which sounds incredible until you realize you spend more on a stove than most people spend on a car. And AGA stoves aren't much better. New models range from $8,000 to $25,000, and that's before installation, which can add thousands more depending on your setup. But forget about the money for a moment. What hurts the most is that these European ranges often require special maintenance, parts that are expensive and hard to find, and they're designed for a very specific cooking style that most American families don't actually use. Instead, invest in a high quality commercial style range from brands like Wolf, Viking, or Thermador. Our client, who we just finished our install with, spoke about this exact same thing. The difference in the European high-end range in cooktop that she has is not what she was used to with her regular Wolf. Now, if you go with one of these other ones, you'll get professional level cooking performance, better reliability, easier maintenance, and you'll save $30,000 to $70,000 that you could spend on the rest of your kitchen renovation. If you want that European aesthetic, just add details like vintage style tile, brass fixtures, or what we've spoken about a lot, open shelving. You can create that same cozy chef-inspired vibe without the massive financial commitment to an appliance that might not fit your actual lifestyle. Speaking of installations that seem like a good idea at the time, let's talk about something that's been trending hard but causing major headaches. Skylights and fancy windows. They are becoming expensive mistakes. I get it. Natural light is amazing, and skylights seem like the perfect way to bring more of that into your home. Here's what most people don't realize until it's too late. Skylights are basically holes in your roof that you're hoping will never leak, and in my experience, they somehow eventually always do. Beyond the leak issues, skylights often create unwanted heat. That makes rooms uncomfortably hot during the summer months, or in Florida, year-round. Your air conditioning bill goes up, and you end up installing blinds to block the very light you paid to bring in. Then there are these fancy window features such as specialty shapes, built-in blinds, or custom configurations that look stunning in design magazines. They're expensive to install, expensive to maintain, and expensive to replace when they inevitably break. Instead, consider expanding your standard windows or adding French doors to bring in natural light. These options are more reliable, easier to maintain, and actually increase your home's value in ways that specialty windows often don't. Here's an upgrade that Instagram makes look essential, but in real life tells a very different story. Outdoor kitchens are everywhere on social media, and I understand the appeal. The idea of cooking and entertaining outside sounds perfect until you start thinking about how often you actually use it. See, the reality is they get used enthusiastically for about 2 months. Then they sit largely unused except for special occasions. The weather isn't always perfect, insects are annoying, and cleaning outdoor appliances is more work than most people expect. Plus, outdoor kitchens are expensive. A basic setup with a grill, sink, and storage can easily cost anywhere from $20,000 to $40,000. A full outdoor kitchen with all the bells and whistles, you're looking at $60,000 to $80,000. Instead, Consider investing in a really well-designed patio or deck space with good lighting, comfortable seating, and maybe a high-quality portable grill. You'll get the most of the enjoyment of outdoor entertaining at the fraction of the cost. And you won't have the maintenance headache of a permanent outdoor kitchen with appliances. But these aren't the only tech-heavy upgrades that are backfiring. Let's talk about smart home overkill. Don't get me wrong, some smart home features are genuinely useful. A programmable thermostat, smart door locks, even a security system adds real value and convenience. But I'm seeing a lot of homeowners go overboard with built-in smart features that become expensive problems. Voice-activated everything, smart mirrors, built-in tablets for controlling your home, microwave drawers that talk to your phone. These features feel cutting edge when you install them, but technology moves fast. What seems revolutionary today can feel clunky and outdated in just a few years. The bigger issue is when these smart features break, which they do more than traditional appliances. Suddenly you need a tech specialist instead of a regular repair person. Parts are expensive, and sometimes the whole system needs to be replaced because the manufacturer stopped supporting your model or software. Some maybe just stick with smart features that you can easily upgrade or replace. Things like smart bulbs, security cameras, streaming devices, avoid built-in smart appliances or home automation that requires major installation work. You want technology that enhances your life, not technology that becomes a maintenance burden. Now let's talk about something that isn't high-tech at all, but trips almost everyone who skips this step. Lighting. One of my favorites. People spend thousands on gorgeous light fixtures and then wonder why their rooms still don't feel right. The problem is treating lighting like a decoration instead of a function. One beautiful chandelier in your dining room might look stunning, but if that's your only light source, you're going to have harsh shadows, dark corners that make the space feel uncomfortable. Proper lighting has layers: ambient lighting for overall illumination, task lighting for specific activities, and accent lighting to create depth and interest. This means multiple fixtures working together, not just one statement piece doing all the work. I always tell clients to plan their lighting first, then choose fixtures that will work within that plan. Think about how you actually use each space at different times of the day, then design lighting that supports those activities. The investment in proper lighting design pays off immediately. Rooms feel more comfortable, more spacious, and more expensive, even if the fixtures themselves aren't high-end. Speaking of investments that pay off, let's talk about a choice that can make or break your daily life in your home: flooring. See, homeowners fall in love with a flooring material because it's beautiful, without thinking through how it will actually perform in their specific situation. White marble floors are a perfect example. They are stunning. They are photographed beautifully, and they're definitely a statement piece. But if you have kids, pets, or just normal life happening in your house, white marble is going to show every scuff, every water spot, every bit of wear, almost immediately. The same goes for super trendy materials that prioritize appearance over durability. Those wide plank, light oak floors might look amazing in a design magazine, but they dent easily and show scratches. You're going to be frustrated every time someone walks across them in shoes. Instead, choose flooring that matches your lifestyle first, then find options within that category that you love aesthetic. There are beautiful, durable flooring options that can handle real life without constant maintenance or worry. Now, here's an upgrade that nobody sees but everybody feels. And skipping it is one of the most expensive mistakes I see. People will spend $5,000 on a statement light fixture, but balk at spending the same amount on proper insulation or soundproofing. Yet, guess which one affects the daily comfort more? Insulation and soundproofing are the unsexy upgrade that nobody posts on Instagram. They're often the difference between a house that feels comfortable and one that doesn't. Poor insulation means higher energy bills, rooms that are too hot or too cold, an HVAC system that's working overtime. Inadequate soundproofing means you'll hear every footstep upstairs, every conversation in the next room, and every car that drives by, and possibly someone going to the bathroom one room over. It makes your house feel less peaceful and less private. The frustrating part is that these upgrades are much easier and cheaper to do during a renovation than to add them on later. If you're opening up walls anyways, adding insulation and soundproofing is relatively inexpensive. But if you want to add them after the fact, you're looking at a major construction project. So please always prioritize the bones of your house. house. Insulation, electrical, plumbing, soundproofing before you spend money on the pretty stuff. These invisible upgrades affect your daily life more than any decorative choice you'll make. See, another mistake is not planning, right? And that includes the budget. In 2025, 78% of homeowners went over budget on their projects, and 63% actually went into debt to finish them. The problem isn't just that renovations cost more than expected, it's that unexpected expenses are basically guaranteed, and most people don't plan for them. Maybe you open up a wall and find electrical work that needs updating. Maybe your contractor, like me, discovers water damage that has to be addressed, or mold. Maybe a supply chain has issues with weeks and extra costs of your timeline. The regret I hear most often isn't design choices, it's about the financial stress of a project that got out of control. Always, always budget with a cushion. If you saw our recent bathroom cost video, you'll see how I added in the buffer for this exact example. If your project is supposed to cost $30,000, have at least $40,000 available. It's better to have money left over than to be scrambling to find funds halfway through the construction. And this brings us to the final regret, which can amplify every other mistake on the list. The most expensive mistake you can make this year isn't choosing high-end materials or splurging on fancy fixtures. It's choosing the wrong contractor or designer to execute your project. I've seen homeowners try to save money by hiring the cheapest bid, only to end up with poor workmanship that costs more to fix than it would have cost to hire the quality professionals in the first place. Lingering chemical odors from improper materials, crooked installations, electrical work that doesn't pass inspection. These problems don't just cost money, they cost time and stress. Good contractors and designers often the best value. They know which shortcuts will cause problems later, and they have relationships with reliable subcontractors that they can often prevent these expensive surprises that derail projects. Do your research, check references, and remember that the goal isn't to spend the least money possible, it's to get the best result for your investment. In the end, the best home upgrades are the ones you still love in 5 years. They add real value to your daily life, and they can actually afford without financial stress. These 9 regrets are preventable with the right planning and the realistic expectations. Now, you tell me if you've experienced any of these regrets yourself, and let me know in the comments. And don't forget to click that free gift in the description. It's from me to you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.